I'm Andrew MacKay of Dalhousie University, and I'm the university's 8th president. A lot of people are interested in Dalhousie: prospective students and their parents, loyal alumni, and people who just have a concern about higher education in Nova Scotia or in Canada. Because of that interest and our pride in Dalhousie, we've developed this brief presentation. It will, I hope, give you a hint of what I believe you would share in if you were to visit the university, and that's the sheer excitement of learning. The university's role can be very briefly put. That is, to develop an understanding of mankind and the world we live in, to preserve that and to transmit it from one generation to another. The zest and the enthusiasm which my colleagues at Dalhousie bring to that role is what makes this a place of constant excitement for me. I believe that on any visit to the university you would share that sense of excitement, and you'd be very welcome here. This is Dalhousie Today.
Dalhousie University. High-technology computer resources, the age-old wisdom of rare books, the excitement and challenge of competition, the rustle of soft shade trees in a sea breeze, moments of leisure among friends, research and discovery, the enjoyment of cultural activities, investigation and advancement, warmth, vitality, a sense of place, fellowship, a strong foundation in the past and a bright outlook toward the future. This is Dalhousie Today.
Dalhousie University. It's my alma mater. It's where I work. And it's my neighbor. So by now I should have a good ready answer when people ask me, what's it like, Dalhousie Today? But there doesn't seem to be one simple answer. You see, I always tend to think of Dalhousie as people. Young people who come here full of hope and curiosity and energy, intending to build a life on what they learn. It's a sure thing there wouldn't be any university without them. Dal students are the heart and the spirit of the place, and all of us who teach here belong to them. But still, Dalhousie is a place, too. A very beautiful place, if you ask me. A place of soft pines and birches and quarry stone and colourful flower beds just up the hill from the waters of the Northwest Arm. Nova Scotia is a glorious province, and Halifax is a charming city. And here we are in a beautiful part of the city. So shade trees and sea breezes have to be a part of my answer too. But put them together, the people and the place, and you're on your way to defining Dalhousie. Years ago, back in the days we used to call this the college by the sea, you could recognize almost every face on campus by the time spring examinations rolled around. Today, over 7,000 full-time students are drawn to the university each year. Still, I never get tired of watching them, wondering where they came from. Most come from Nova Scotia and the maritime provinces, but many come from all corners of the world. I never tire of speculating on what course of studies they're in. Could be anything from pharmacy to oceanography. Are they freshmen or are they doctoral students? One thing they have in common, they've chosen Dalhousie. Why? Well, I think the quality of a Dal education would have more to do with it than anything else. A university, by one definition, is a collection of books. I suppose some people would revise that to read a collection of computer terminals. Either way, The Killam Library is one of the most impressive of its kind in all of Atlantic Canada. There are several more specialized libraries on campus, but the Killam is the place where every one of Dalhousie's students spends some time poring over index cards, microfilm, tapes, record albums, and oh yes, even books. But you know what all work and no play can do? And there are many opportunities for recreation here at Dalhousie. Of course, the physical education students take their sports seriously, but everybody gets a chance to take part on the field, on the ice, or in the sports facility we call Dalplex. Try some new sports. Swat a squash ball, splash a few lengths in the pool, whatever your favorite activity. You'll find the best indoor facility in the Maritimes is yours to share. True, not all recreation is physical. Music and theatre students call the Dalhousie Arts Centre home. You're invited to enjoy great diversity here, from the latest touring art exhibition to international performers on the main auditorium stage. Lots of people drop in for a bit of a respite from the academic activities. It's a place where even at noontime you may find an impromptu recital going on. Just seems a natural part of daily campus life. And there's the part of Dalhousie that's committed to life in quite another sense. The medical school is one of the oldest and one of the very best in the country. The Tupper building is at the center of the most extensive health care complex in the 4 Atlantic provinces. And in it, you'll find the keenest medical minds and the finest equipment, reflecting the strong reputation of nearly a century. Dentistry, too, goes back a long way here. And whether you're thinking of entering the profession or just coming in for your regular once-over in the clinic, you can't help but be impressed. The school has kept pace with developments every step of the way, educating dentists, dental specialists, and hygienists, all with qualifications that will command respect anywhere in the world. Dalhousie's oldest professional school is the Faculty of Law. The law school started in 1883, when it became the first university program for professional study of common law in what was then the British Empire. But the important thing is that today, with 18 Canadian universities offering degrees in law, Dalhousie still maintains its reputation of excellence. No matter what a person may decide on as a course of study at Dal, in the traditional arts and humanities, in the developing social and natural sciences, in traditional professions, in public health, nursing, business administration, education, Dalhousie staff and students try very hard to make university education an enriching experience. In many ways, that enrichment comes from the work of individuals and departments on areas of concern to us and to our region. For example, we now have an established base for studies and research relating to the oceans, and Dalhousie's name is known around the world among those concerned with man's use of the oceans and their resources. And if part of that involves extensive equipment and highly specialized laboratories, well, that's only the computer age side of the story. Because while we do have many of the most modern marvels at Dalhousie, things that fascinate me every time I encounter them, we've never abandoned the age-old values of reason and contemplation and reading and cultural thinking and discussion. No, indeed. In fact, this interesting old campus is particularly suited to that sort of thing. We have special collections of rare and fine books, for instance, that impress and attract scholars from all over. We think the environment provides a setting and a stimulus for an undergraduate's search for personal learning and scholarship. Mind you, the more worldly side of everyday life in a community the size of Dalhousie is important, and make no mistake, Dalhousie is very much a community. Something like a self-sufficient town of several thousand. We have our own shops and services. For instance, where you can get books for your courses, the pen and paper for your notes, or, if you wish, a jacket in Dalhousie's colours, black and gold. Need a trim? Or want a special style for your next big evening? Yes, you can get that too, right here on campus. And the cafeteria is a going concern from breakfast time right through to dinner. Lots of customers for coffee and snacks in between. Now, all these things, and a good many others, like the Greywood Lounge and Dal Radio, are centered in the Student Union building. And when a student's life hits a rough patch or just needs the benefit of wise counsel, there are medical and counseling services and chaplains for all faiths, just as you'd expect in any community. When it comes to living accommodations, Dalhousie has a variety. There's an off-campus, high-rise apartment building for married students, and an even higher one, as well as several smaller ones for other students. And there are residence facilities on campus. For men, there's Howe Hall, with room for over 500, and almost as many women live in a handsome stone building called Sheriff Hall at the southwest corner of the campus, just a short stroll from the salt water. Of course, not every student chooses to live in residence. We can't promise space for all those who do, but live there or not, a place like Sheriff Hall is a good spot to find the sort of comradeship that goes with university life. To share a letter from home, to enjoy the social side of student years. And in that sense, Dalhousie offers the benefits of a residential college to those who live here on campus, or to those who just find friends here. Taken all in all, I think the best thing we offer here is balance. We've moved with the times, all right. But we've never become so large as to lose our character, our sense of place, our respect for the individual. We have a deep pride in Dalhousie. You can see it best on graduation day, of course, or when alumni gather to renew their ties to one another and to Dalhousie. That's when the faces tell you better than any words of mine about Dalhousie today. You can always tell a sense of worth when you see it. And that's what goes with a Dalhousie degree or diploma, with a Dalhousie education. It's something that's founded on a proud past, and something you can carry with trust into the future. And you'll find it here at Dalhousie Today.